our colleagues, members of the technical team of the National Election Security Task Force, with all of them here, and the other staff also hanging in there. Our brothers and sisters from the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We came into the room and the atmosphere was very calming. But when the speeches were going on, the atmosphere started changing. But I want to start with this. Let us all calm down. Let us all calm down. It is election. And after the election, there is life. And after life, there is death. And we will all retire and face out. Another set of people will come. And we will be forgotten. So we shouldn't play it as if it is not me today, then everything should crumble. Let us be calm. In fact, if we are to sit back one by one, we will be surprised how much and how far we have come as a country, that we have to do everything that it takes to continue to protect it, rather than looking at the negative few instances that demotivates us. It's good to look at them and learn the relevant lessons, but let us also count the blessings and let those blessings motivate us to achieve something greater for the generation that comes after us. This is my beginning comforting words. As I speak on behalf of the members of the National Election Security Task Force, and to add my voice of welcoming to all of you, as the purpose of the meeting was perfectly stated by our Director General in charge of operations, who is also the head of the technical team across the other security agencies, which of course you know the three of them. Just to give you opportunity and give you an offset of our plan that will not disturb our security arrangement, and that will be done in camera. And secondly, also to demonstrate to you how committed we are in ensuring that at the end of the day, our professionalism, our firmness, and our application of rule of law will be unfringing as we go into these elections. And lastly, to give you the opportunity, as you've gone around the country campaigning, to share with us your concerns of security, so that we'll use that to do the final touches onto the master plan that we are operating. So once again, you are welcome. But let me also today do something that is normally done, not normally done, when it comes to commendation. And today, on behalf of my colleagues, and for that reason, I've asked all my colleagues from the heads of the agencies to stand, my other colleagues here, the technical members, to stand, and for us to do something unique. For us to clap for the leadership of the political parties and the executive for what they have demonstrated so far since the whole election process has begun. And I will explain. Please sit down. Thank you. We commend all the political parties for a number of reasons. First of all, for the trust, the confidence they continue to repose in us when it comes to matters of elections. And that trust and confidence they demonstrated during all your internal elections, where you ceded the fullness of security to us and gave us the assurance that even if anybody from your party shows up and consider himself or herself as a security person, you should have the person arrested and deal with the person. And that trust and the confidence that you reposed in us means a lot to us. And we didn't disappoint you. And we are grateful and we commend you all for such a feat. The same trust and confidence you reposed in us when it came to all the activities of the EC There were a few instances of issues. Most of them were dealt with by arresting the people involved. A few of them are still on the run, and there's a price tag on them. Who are going to the elections? We'll be waiting for them. So, if you really want to vote, then submit yourself to the police. We'll deal with you in the law, because even now prisoners even can vote. Other than that, you continue to be on. We'll find you, we'll deal with you, and that's the message. So that one too, we thank you so much for working together and bringing us that far when it came to all the registration, transfer of vote, exhibition of the voter register, and everything. With a pocket of incidents, on the whole, it was excellent, and we commend you also for that. Another commendation, which goes to your leadership, especially the presidential candidates and all the officials crisscrossing the country. How far you've conducted yourselves in the whole campaigning process. That we have about 2 weeks, 15 days or thereabout, into the elections. And so far, with a few pockets of incidents, we haven't heard anything that is beyond the control in terms of maintenance of law and order. And at times, people are even saying, foreigners who came to Ghana are finding out whether truly we are having election in this country, compared to even the tension in other environments, including the well-established democracies in their recent elections, which tension is nowhere what we are experiencing as a people. And if there are people to be commended, it's you. And we can say it's a new dawn of politics in Ghana, and we are proud of you as politicians, and we are proud of you as Ghanaians, and we thank you, and we pray that the rest of the period for the campaigning, you bear with us for us to walk through this successfully and be able to show to the world that indeed the black man. I also want to make one point clear, and that's our commitment towards ensuring that there is peace, security, law, and order in this country. You said it, which is the mantra. Where we need to engage, we will engage. Where we need to de-escalate, we will de-escalate. But where we need to be merciless when it comes to the application of law within the context of rule of law under our democratic dispensation, we can tell you that for the sake of the sanctity of poor Ghana, which bears for us to live for our generation following us, probably and possibly and obviously our children, we'll stop at nothing. And I repeat, we'll stop at nothing to get it done to the glory of God, benefit of the generation that will come after us. So we want to assure you that. We equally want to assure you, with all the concerns coming, we'll enter into that discussion when the press is out. But we equally want to assure you that we are committed and will continue in this regard to put Ghana first, to put the Ghanaian, to put the African first, and to put the black man first, and not to take sides in anything. Because at the end of the day, if we do that and something happens, it will affect all of us. And more importantly, it will affect our children that we love so much. And we are not, collectively we say, going to allow that. The next point I want to make on behalf of my colleagues is the fact that we as politicians have to be realistic. Realistic in the sense that, looking at the presidential ballot, there are 12 presidential candidates on it. 13, according to the EC, as at this morning, there are 12. So we will do that reconciliation. But the 12 presidential candidates on it, or the 13, depending on where you got your information from. And hopefully this is not misinformation, this information. Because I knew I was going to speak, so I spoke to the EC's office this morning, and they sent me a text to that effect. That with the 13, or the 12, whichever it is, there is one thing that is clear. Only one, and only one will win. The rest will not win. In the same way, the 801, and that one too from EC, I don't know whether that was also different from that of the political parties. At least for this one, you're on the same page. So I quoted my source. As an academic, I have to give you my source so that you don't hold me responsible for the figures. So the 801 vying for a position of 276 only, and I mean only 276 will win. The rest will not win. We need to come to this realization and therefore measure our expectations. So if I want to be very blunt, I will say that as you plan to celebrate your victory, your possible victory, plan also to celebrate your possible defeat or endure the defeat. So that at the end of the day, Ghana and Ghanaians will be the only winner in this election, as it has been said. And the beauty of it is this: Ghana has always been a trailblazer when it comes to anything Africa and beyond. And the world is looking up to us. So when we do that by being very circumspect with our expectations, knowing that only one will win, and knowing that only 276 will win and the rest will fall by the roadside, and as long as the systems and everybody plays their role and ensuring that there's fairness, there's transparency, and everybody is comfortable, when Ghana finally win in this call or in this regard, and the Ghanaians also win in this regard, it is a win for the black man, and it's a win for the African. Because at the end of it all, people always think that we cannot get it right. Let's prove them wrong. And as some of our colleagues said, you think you have friends, wait until you are in a situation that you need help badly. It's then that you will say that you are alone. Let's us protect what we have. And when we do that, we'll be doing a great service to ourselves and to our children and those that will come after us. And in doing that and in this discourse, it is on that note that we continue to reassure you of our commitment to ensure that we play our role fairly, professionally, firmly, and also within the rule of law. And when we do that, all what we also expect from you, and also from all the other stakeholders, is also for them to play their role in a way that, as it was said, when the different parts come together, the beauty of it goes beyond anybody's imagination. So as we look forward to engaging you and letting you tell us what the issues are, we want to once again remind you that we are ready for the elections and we have put in place sufficient plans, and we need your support and cooperation to ensure that the plan is fully operationalized to the benefit of all of us, and for us to come out of this election as winners together for the sake of Ghana.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so